Because the people in the comment section think you're asking sincerely. I see through your facade. Because if you're listening, you would hear.
Bro, why do you keep insulting me, man? Have I insulted you at all?
Yes, you are. Because you're pretending to ask a question.
How did I insult you?
Because you're pretending to ask a question and you're not listening.
But I'm not pretending. Have I insulted you at all?
Did
No.
she call her God here?
In this intense and fiery debate, an angry Muslim Mun confronts Sam Shamoun, bringing his aggressive energy and bold claims to the discussion. However, things quickly take a turn as Sam calmly and decisively dismantles his arguments, leaving him frustrated and out of answers. This debate is packed with drama, sharp reasoning, and powerful moments that you don't want to miss. Watch how Sam Shamoun handles the heat and stays composed while delivering the truth.
My question is, whether it be from Abraham down to Moses down to Jesus, do you have the evidence for those prophets saying worship the Trinity, worship three guys as one?
If I start from the Old Testament, the God the Israelites worship would be the Father, the messenger of Yahweh, and the Holy Spirit. Now let me show you who they worship. It wasn't the God you worship.
You keep saying the God I worship. I'm asking you a genuine question of Abraham and Noah and Moses. Go ahead.
You want me to answer? You want to talk over me? Then I'm going to bulldoze you. Let's not play games. You are a Muslim. So.
But how am I playing games? I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay. Genesis 16, 7 to 14. Take it easy, because I'm going to show you why you need to change your name and no longer think you're an Arab with an Arab name. Genesis 16, 7 to 14. Let's see who Hagar, whom you think was the mother of Ishmael and ancestor Muhammad worship.
But why are you trying to insult me, brother? I'm being respectful.
Brother in humanity, can we get to the text and not...
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, the angel of the Lord found her by a spring of water in the wilderness, the spring on the way to Shur. And he said, Hagar, servant of Sarai, where have you come from and where are you going? She said, I am fleeing from my mistress Sarai. The angel of the Lord said to her, return to your mistress and submit to her. The angel of the Lord also said to her, I will surely multiply your offspring so that they cannot be numbered for multitude. And the angel of the Lord said to her, behold, you are pregnant and shall bear a son. You shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord has listened to your affliction. He shall be a wild donkey of a man, his hand against everyone, and everyone's hand against him, and he shall dwell over against all his kinsmen. So she called the name of the Lord who spoke to her, you are a God of seeing. For she said, truly, here I have seen him who looks after me. Therefore, the well was called Beer Lahai Roy. It lies between Kadesh and Bered.
Now, did you hear who the angel is, Abdul Philip? Because I want to see if you're asking sincerely. That means you paid attention to what we just read.
I don't think you knew what question I was asking. Did you know what question I was asking?
Yeah.
What was my question?
Yeah.
What was my question, brother?
Talk over me again, brother. Go ahead one more time.
I'm asking you, brother. I said, what was my question? Do you know what my question was?
Yes. Can I show you from the Bible, if you're seeking, that they worship the Trinity, correct?
My question was, show me where Abraham, Noah, and Moses worship the Trinity. Yes, that was my question.
Right? That was my
question.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, great.
Now, who did Hagar call God?
Who does she call God?
So you just proved my point, because the people in the comment section think you're asking sincerely. I see through your facade. Because if you're listening, you would hear.
Bro, why do you keep insulting me, man? Have I insulted you at all?
Yes, you are, because you're pretending to ask a question.
How did I insult you?
Because you're pretending to ask a question and you're not listening.
But I'm not pretending. Have I insulted you at all?
Did
no.
she call her God here? Let's see.
Go ahead. Go to the verse.
We just read it.
I have not insulted you not one time. That's what I'm asking, bro. That's all. It's been 1,000,000% respect on my end. I don't know what's the problem.
Yeah. So the problem here, guys, is that Sam is saying we just read through a passage, and if you were listening, you would have been able to answer correctly.
But wait, it's still my turn. But my question was that you could follow a beeline through the prophets and see what they taught. And when you go through the prophet stories in the Bible alone, you see them telling people to worship one God. You don't see them teaching the Trinity or worshiping multiple gods. That's what I'm asking.
That's where your misconception is.
So show me where Abraham said worship.
This is what he shows.
You just only show Holy Spirit, Jesus, and the Father.
This guy's not listening, right?
Hold on, guys.
He's not asking real questions, and he's appealing to something.
I'm saying you're getting upset. I'm only asking a question, brother. Honestly, yes, I can hear you very well. Thank you, brother. Okay. Yes, I can hear you well.
Hagar worship as God right here.
Yeah, this is what the question is.
Hagar is not Abraham, though.
Listen, Dawood.
Okay.
According to the passage here,
Mhm.
so the person who's recording this is Moses. This is in the Torah. So Moses is recording all of this. So notice it's not just Hagar that's acknowledging that the angel of the Lord here is God, but Moses himself. Okay.
Is that your only proof for Moses and Abraham?
Because he's judge, jury, and executioner. Now show him Jacob. Go to Genesis 31, 10 and 13, and stop playing the victim. Let's see now if you're going to pay attention.
In the breeding season of the flock, I lifted up my eyes and saw in a dream that the goats that mated with the flock were striped, spotted, and mottled. Then the angel of God said to me in a dream, Jacob. And I said, here I am. And he said, lift up your eyes and see. All the goats that mate with the flock are striped, spotted, and mottled. For I have seen all that Laban is doing to you. I am the God of Bethel, where you anointed a pillar and made a vow to me. Now arise, go out from this land and return to the land of your kindred.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Now,
So
who
I
said-
heard nothing about worshiping.
Did you hear the
Where do
angel
you?
say, did you hear the angel say to Jacob, I am the God of Bethel? Did you hear that or no?
I am the God of Bethel. Sure.
Yeah, who said that? Let's see if you're listening.
Whatever the angel what you're talking about.
Yes.
Who said to
Yeah.
Jacob, I'm the God of Bethel?
Angel.
So you just admit this angel claimed to be God.
Linguistically, that could be incorrect though, so I'm not 100% sure about the
I'll give you
Hebrew or whatever.
I give you the Hebrew.
Go ahead.
Hebrew?
I know. I already told you. I'm a layman. I'm asking as a
Why are you
layman
referring to linguistic when you don't know the language? So
because I know this wasn't revealed in English. That's common sense.
open up the Hebrew for this guy because he's going to read the Hebrew for us because he's playing games.
It's not a game. It's a question,
Yeah,
man.
buddy, stop appealing to sympathy. Narcissists are famous for that.
I don't know why you want to insult
Going
me
to look at
at
the
all,
Hebrew.
but it's cool.
You're going to parse the Hebrew because English is English.
So
and-
again, you have not once showed me where any prophet taught
Can you go to the
a
next
duality or trinity. Not even once.
Yeah, okay.
Neither
Good.
one of these times.
Good job, buddy.
But if you go to the stories of the prophets in the Bible, they all saying very
next
clearly,
point.
do not worship anything except God. Is that incorrect to you guys?
So, hey, Dawood, can you?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I
Go
know
ahead,
you-
brother.
Can you see the screen at all? I know you. It sounds
I can't see the screen, but I believe what you say. Go ahead.
Okay. So remember, we're talking. You asked about the linguistic side of this, right?
I did. Yes.
So-
I appreciate you, bro, too. Being
Gotcha.
respectful, man.
I have the Hebrew. I have the Hebrew up here on the screen. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Hebrew on the screen. It says, and so Malek Ha Elohim. Malek is angel. Ha the right God. Elohim is God. Okay.
Right.
So the angel says that he is the God. He's the God that appeared to him and showed up to him at Bethel.
So I
He said-
appreciate that, brother. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. So that's, I was just showing you, I want you to have this perspective because Moses is writing this in the Torah, right? So Moses is recollecting what happened with Jacob and what even
No
Jacob. So you have Moses who's even saying that the angel of the Lord is God himself. And you have Jacob who's believing that the angel of the Lord is God himself, although is also distinct from Yahweh who sends him.
Okay, I understand that point. So what I'm saying that it seems a little conflicting when you go to the story of Abraham and he says, do not worship anything except for the one true God, correct? Like those stories also are in the Bible. I'm putting the Quran aside for a second.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about the Bible only.
It's not conflicting. Here's why it's not conflicting, bro. It's not conflicting.
I'm listening to you.
Because it's not that they are worship. The angel of the Lord is another God besides Yahweh. No, the point is that Yahweh in the Bible throughout the scriptures is multi-personal. You have Yahweh, you have the angel of Yahweh, and you have the spirit of Yahweh. All three persons are united as the one God. That's what is shown throughout the Torah. That's what Sam was trying to show you today.
Right. And that's cool, bro. I appreciate that. So let me ask you the connection from you saying that there's the multi-personal God. Who taught Christians that? Like where'd you get that creed from? As that, like, put that together? Because on one side you do see that there is a clear monotheistic Abrahamic religion. Like that's clear, right? Abraham taught that he broke the idols in y'all's story in the Bible. He fought against there being idols. Yeah, for sure.
That's not in our Bible. That's in the Quran.
Yeah, that's a Quran.
No. Story of Abraham and his tribe with his father. That's in the Bible.
No, sir.
No, the story.
You guys don't have
the idols is not in our Bible. It's a Talmudic story that Muhammad thought was historical and he added in the Quran. But go ahead.
Okay, so explain to me what was Abraham teaching in the Bible, if you don't mind.
He just did. He just told you that the one God that Abraham worshiped is not one person. You keep thinking God is one person.
So where do you get that? Where do you get that creed from? Because it sounds like one person.
Well, it starts in the beginning, man. Well, that's what Sam is showing. Look, notice how we're in the book of Genesis. Before Christianity is even formed, we're in the book of Genesis, the very first book of the entire Bible. And in
So you're
Genesis,
saying every? I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, brother. No, keep going. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm just saying, in the book of Genesis, this is where it's established that God is three persons. Before
Okay, cool.
Christianity.
All right, so quick question about that then. So if God was established as a triune God or at least multi-personal, then why was it an issue if Jesus was claiming to be God by the Jews?
Very easy, because it's one thing to say God is multi-personal. It's another thing for a man to show up in the flesh as a Jew and claim to be God in the flesh. That's why they were scandalized.
Once Jesus came back after, when they claimed that, after crucifixion that he's God, what was the problem then?
There was no problem. That's why people started worshiping him as God. But those who don't want to believe like you refuse to do so. The disciples worship Jesus as God. The very ones that John says were the victors. They're the ones who started worshiping him as God and claiming he is God in the flesh. And he proved it by his resurrection.
So can you show me where Mary was worshiping her son?
Yes, Acts chapter 1.
Oh, great.
Well, see?
I'm
You
curious.
think you're setting us up with your questions, but you're
I'm
actually...
asking a question, brother. Honestly, I might turn Christian, but you throwing me away, bro.
Show Acts chapter 1, verses 9 all the way to 14, where Mary worships her son as the risen Lord, and she was no Muslima. Keep asking
And I have one more question. Listen, bro, listen, Avery, man, tell your man he's throwing me away. I haven't done one thing disrespectful to you, not once. Not one. I have not said one thing disrespectful to you. Have I? Avery.
You gotta have some tough skin, man.
But Avery, have I disrespected him at all? Once? Even once?
And he hasn't disrespected you, man.
He has. He called me something. No, he insulted me multiple times.
Stay focused.
Can we go to the verses, dude?
Yeah, I'm saying, but stop throwing shots at me, bro. Like, I'm not a kid. We're men talking.
To be a victim when we ask you a question.
I'm not a listen, man. Listen, bro. Listen. I came on here respectfully. I'm going to end respectfully. So if you don't want to talk to me, then talk to me. This cool. It's okay,
so
bro.
let me go ahead and read the verses.
I haven't said one thing disrespectful. Was crazy.
Let's read the verses there.
Thought y'all was Christian.
Acts chapter
Go ahead, bro.
1.
Acts
You're
1,
intimidated by Islam, bro. Crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm scared. Oh yeah, you can see we're destroying Muhammad.
Go ahead, Avery, bro. I'm listening to you, bro.
And when he had said these things, as they were looking on, he was lifted up, and the cloud took him out of their sight. And while they were gazing into heaven as he went, behold, two men stood by them in white robes, and said, Men of Galilee, why do you stand looking into heaven? This Jesus, who was taken up from you into heaven, will come in the same way as you saw him go into heaven. Then they returned to Jerusalem from the mount called Olivet, which is near Jerusalem, a Sabbath day journey. And when they had entered, they went up to the upper room where they were staying. Peter and John and James and Andrew, Philip and Thomas, Bartholomew, Matthew, James the son of Alphaeus, Simon the Zealot, Judas the son of James. All these with one accord were devoting themselves to prayer together with the women and Mary, the mother of Jesus, and his brothers.
Before you finish, I'm talking to you, Avery. So Jesus physically went to heaven and told them to wait. Verse 8, that he would send a spirit upon them. So they're there praising and worshiping. And who's there praising and worshiping?
I didn't know they're worshiping Jesus, though.
That's what I was waiting for you to ask me. Here's how we're going to know. Now he's going to read 16 to 26 to show you that they're worshiping Jesus. See, I knew you're going to.
Okay. Yeah.
So no, guys, I want everyone to notice. Every time I answer a question, he's already ready with a rebuttal, thinking that he's asking sincerely, and then he plays the victim. But go ahead. I'll keep reading.
But why can't I ask questions, bro? So we're talking. Relax, man. Relax.
Yeah, I'm relaxing. So I'm calm. You see, 15 to 26.
All right. In those days, so Mary's with all of them, all rise together. In those days, Peter stood up among the brothers. The company of persons was in all about 120, and said, Brothers, the scripture had to be fulfilled, which the Holy Spirit spoke beforehand by the mouth of David concerning Judas, who became a guide to those who arrested Jesus. For he was numbered among us and was allotted his share in this ministry. Now this man acquired a field with the reward of his wickedness, and falling headlong, he burst open in the middle, and all his bowels gushed out. And it became known as the inhabitant to all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, so that the field was called in their own language Akeldama, that is the field of blood. For it is written in the Psalms, may his camp become desolate, and let there be no one to dwell in it, and let another take his office. So one of the men who have accompanied us during all this time, during all the time that the Lord Jesus went in and out among us, beginning from the baptism of John until the day when he was taken up from us. One of these men must become with us a witness to his resurrection. And they put forward two, Joseph and Barsabbas, who was also called Justus, and Matthias. And they prayed and said, you, Lord, know the hearts of all. Show which one of these two.
Wait, who did they pray to, Avery, before we move on?
The Lord, who is Jesus.
And we know Jesus because in verse 21, what did it say?
I mean, these are really bad examples, you guys. Like when you're going through the Bible and it says don't worship any God but me, there's only one God. That's a very one sentence. Like if I'm a layman person, hear me out, bro. Hear me out.
You cut off
Who's
in the
next?
middle of a
So you just
You weren't. I thought you were done. I apologize. Go ahead, bro. Thought you were done.
Avery, brother, you know I love you. It's your channel, brother.
Yeah, if you're done, Sam, if you're done, you're done. All right. So.
Yeah, no, he's done, man. You got to go. He's
I
not.
can't ask. Right.
Bye-bye.
You guys you're a little racist.
Yeah, lick the black stone.
Like it's crazy, bro.
My question is regarding the incarnation. If the Bible already tells the Jews that God is not a man,
Oh, that's
so
too easy.
why?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's too easy. Numbers 23:19. Too easy.
Yeah.
You're making it too easy. Can you make it a little harder?
So why would God become a man and you expect the Jews to believe that
Number one.
he is the same God that told them he's not a man?
Okay, can I answer you?
Yeah.
Okay, have you read Numbers 23:19, or you think you understand? When was that?
I've
When
read
was
it.
that revealed?
Huh?
Numbers 23:19. Because I'm going to show you don't read the Bible the way you read the Quran. You got to read it accurately. Numbers 23:19. This is 1,500 years before Jesus was born, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that we believe that God was always a man? So at the time of Moses, God was a man?
No.
Okay, so can you show me where in Numbers 23:19 it says God cannot become a man? There's a difference between saying God is not a man who will lie and then showing that God cannot become a man. Can you show me that in Numbers 23:19?
No.
Wait.
My question is about the implication. You see, if you told the Jews already that God is not a man,
Yes.
that he should lie or that he should waver. But why do you think the same God will become a man and still expect the Jew he told he's not a man to
Because
believe, yeah,
the same
he's a
God
man,
told
it's not- it's not me?
That same God told them in Isaiah 9:6, their God would be born as a child. Isaiah 9:6. See, if you listen, you have your answer. But I want to correct you that you misread the Bible. Let me answer. Take it easy. The same God who said, if he brings up the Bible before the rapture, the same God who said in Numbers 23:19, God is not a man that he should lie, nor son of man that you repent, is the same God who then told them in Isaiah 9:6, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and he shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Brother, we can't see the Bible, brother, so I don't know if you have it on the screen or not.
Oh, I don't have it on the screen. I thought you was quoting from memory, man.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Did you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah, I can
Isaiah
hear you.
9, the same God that you quoted partially, who's not always been a man, already announced to his people, a child will be born who will be the mighty God, one of the names of God. Isaiah 9, verse 6 and 7. So what do you got to say to that?
Okay, thank you. I understand Isaiah 9 to be a prophecy given to King Ahaz that is supposed to take place during his
No, that's
time.
Isaiah 7. You're
First of all, yeah,
it's
but it's
really-
the same person.
Isaiah 7.
Yeah, it's the same person,
Wrong.
right? The same person.
Isaiah 9.
Yeah, it's the same person, right? The same person.
No, it isn't.
The same child.
Again.
So you mean Isaiah 7?
Okay,
14
Isaiah 7
is not,
is about Ahaz. So you're talking over me.
So you
Isaiah
mean
9
Isaiah
is
7?
not about Ahaz.
Wait. So you mean
Repeat it again. Israel, don't talk over me. Ahaz in Isaiah 7 was the one sitting on the throne of David. Isaiah 9 is talking about someone else who will be born to sit on the throne of David. So it's not about Ahaz or to Ahaz. It's announcing to Israel, someone else will come to sit on David's throne, and he's the mighty God. Take it easy. I know your objections. Been there, done that. Now I'm going to show you Moses Maimonides, who is a rabbi who didn't like Islam or Christianity, who says Isaiah 9 is about the Messiah. Let me get you there. Oh, then be patient.
Can I get it clear? Because
Good.
I
Let's see if
understand that the child that is promised to the woman in Isaiah 7:14
Here we go again.
is the same child in Isaiah 9:6, right?
No. Did you hear what I said?
Okay, thank you. Okay,
No.
I get it. So I get it. So okay, that's fine. But my question is about
Wait a minute.
why
Let's
would
finish the question. Let's stay in Isaiah
Yeah.
9. Yeah.
okay
you hear what
okay
I-
Isaiah 9 said wait Isaiah 9 said that the child will be called. It said the child will be called this and this. It doesn't say God will be born. He only said
When you call Allah Al-Rahman Rahim, it doesn't mean he's Al-Rahman Rahim.
again, Jewish name often have name of God attached to them. So I don't see why.
No.
Let me finish. Let me hold on. So I don't see why this should be an exception. Secondly,
No, don't go to
secondly-
your second. Let me bury your first point to show you're a liar. Listen, show me any child who part of his name has a string of names as his own proper name. Show me anyone that has here. Let's count. Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty, God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, that a child or a king has 6 names as his name. Show it to me.
Okay, so again,
Show
you
it
are
to me. One.
wait.
Show it.
You see, I allow you to finish, and this is the problem. You are not. Let me learn at least. Okay, so again, you are missing the context of Isaiah 9:6
Give me the
because.
context.
Thank you. So if you read Isaiah 9:6, you will know that the promise made to King Ahaz was that he was going to triumph
You're
over.
repeating it again.
Wait.
Won't deal with this guy
He was
because
going to try. Oh.
Hey, hold on, Ismaila, hold on. What'd you say, Sam?
Avery, let me talk to you, Avery, okay? Because this guy, he's too busy reciting the Quran in his ears. I want to respond. Okay,
No,
Avery, I'm not
but
talking to you. Take it easy. Avery, which part of when I said in Isaiah 7, there it's talking about a child as a sign for Ahaz, which means it's not the same context as Isaiah 9, because in Isaiah 9, the child will sit on the throne of David, replacing Ahaz. So it's not a sign for Ahaz because he's on the throne of David. But Isaiah 9 is about someone else who sit on the throne of David. I made that clear the first time. So which part wasn't clear that Isaiah 9 is not for Ahaz? Did you get that, Avery?
Maybe you should have said it in Arabic. It probably would have been
Okay,
clear.
but now let me ask you another question because this guy doesn't listen. See, they pretend they're listening and they think we don't know their objection. Second question for you, Avery. Can you show me, Avery, in the Old Testament where a man, as part of his own name, has count? And I'm going to give you the article because I'm going to show Maimonides burying him and his religion, because Maimonides says, no, this is about Messiah. Here it is. Here's the article. Bring it up if you can. Okay, a man who has a name, look at how many. Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty, God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, and I'll give you the Hebrew, okay? Pele, Yoetz, El Gibor, Abiad, Sar Shalom, all of that as his proper name. So when they see him, hey, Pele, Yoetz, El Gibor, Abiad, Sar Shalom. Boy, that's a long name. See how stupid this argument is? These are not names. These are descriptions of the child. So can you show me, Avery, where another child or a king has a series of names, so many names, and this is a name given to him to signify the God he worships? So you say, hey, Pele, Yoetz, El Gibor, Abiad, Sar Shalom, get over here. Let's go to synagogue.
if you are correct, can you show me where Jesus was called Mighty God?
Can you
show me where?
Maimonides?
Show me where Jesus was called Mighty God. Show me where he was called Mighty God.
Maimonides saying that these are the names of Messiah, so you can bury his religion. It's right there.
They're right here in the first.
Maimonides is a rabbi, a medieval rabbi who's an anti-Christian polemist who hated Christianity, hated Muhammad because you know Muhammad is in hell. What does he say? These names are whose names? Read it for us.
Yep. This whole paragraph?
Yes, read it.
Okay. So yeah, Maimonides wrote, do these characteristics make him a Messiah?
Now, by the way, he's talking about some fake messianic pretender that showed up in Yemen. Some guy came claiming to be Messiah, and he says, this guy that you think is the Messiah, he's a fake Messiah, because we're going to know the Messiah by these names. Look what he's going to say.
Yeah. You were beguiled by him because you have not considered the preeminence of the Messiah, the manner and place of his appearance, and the marks whereby he is to be identified. The Messiah indeed ranks after Moses in eminence and distinction, and God has bestowed some gifts upon him, which he did not bestow upon Moses, as may be gathered from the verses. His delight shall be in the fear of the Lord. The Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, and righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins. 6 appellations were divinely conferred upon him.
Who?
upon the Messiah.
So Maimonides is not a Christian, was an anti-Christian rabbi, an anti-Muslim rabbi, says 6 titles are given to the Messiah. What are they?
Yep, he quotes it. For unto us a child is born, to us a son is given. The government is upon his shoulder, and he is called Pele, Yoetz, El, Gibor, Abiad, Shalom. And another verse alluding to the Messiah is the following matter. You are my son, this day I have begotten you.
Okay, now Avery, before he comments, let's see if he's going to be honest and comment.
Yep.
You see that Maimonides says, Isaiah 9:6, they're the names of the Messiah. These are his qualities. And he's also the Son of God, Psalm 2:7, and the Spirit of God is on him. That's what Maimonides just said?
So Maimonides.
So wait, Maimonides, who's not a Christian, said Isaiah 9, these are the qualities of Messiah. And that Psalm 2:7 is about Messiah being the Son of God, and Isaiah 11 is about the Messiah having the Spirit of God on him. So God's Spirit is on Messiah. Messiah is God's Son, and Messiah is called Mighty God. That's what Maimonides said.
That's what Maimonides said.
And he's not a Christian.
Not a Christian.
Now finish it for my pagan friend, and then maybe you can respond honestly this time. Finish it, and then let him respond.
All right. All these statements demonstrate the preeminence of the Messiah. Moses Maimonides' epistle to Yemen. So just quotes this. Do you want me to keep reading?
Oh, you got it. So have your friend honestly answer the fact that Maimonides said he doesn't know he's talking about that. Maimonides admitted Isaiah 9, these are the names of Messiah telling us about his character, not about the God that sent him. And one of those is that he's the mighty God. That means the mighty God is born as a child, the Messiah, and have him answer who the Messiah is according to him. Let him answer. You can do it because I gave him the evidence.
Okay, so you yourself, you said Maimonides attested that these are titles. So titles don't necessitate your essence, right? But can you show me where Jesus was called El Gibor? Wait, this is the problem. I like to finish. Let me finish it. I like to finish.
Let me correct the first lie so you can
why
go to your
unfairness?
Is Messiah Prince of Peace? Yes or no?
Can you show me where Jesus was called El Gibor in the New Testament?
Yes or no?
Show me where Jesus was called Almighty.
Is Messiah Prince of Peace? Yes or no?
Of course he was.
Say it again. Wait.
Of course he was. So how does that mean that is essence?
No, you just
Wow.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Show me where he was called El Gibor. Show me where he was called El
Let me
Gibor.
tell you why if you stop reciting Quran for me. Let me tell you why. You just said titles are not descriptions or qualities, but you just admit that one of the titles, Prince of Peace, is telling us about the quality of Messiah, that he's the ruler of peace. That means you just buried yourself. If Prince of Peace means he's actually the Prince of Peace, you just admit that means he's actually the mighty God. Thank you. Now, according to you, who's the Messiah? According to you, who's the Messiah?
Hello?
Yeah, according to you, who's the Messiah?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, according to you, who's the Messiah?
The Messiah is not God. The Messiah is Jesus.
According
So
to you, who's the Messiah?
it's Jesus, of course. So how does that mean
Wait,
God?
slowly.
So again,
Wait,
you are here to show me where he was called El Gibor.
Oh, buddy, take it easy.
Show me where he was called El Gibor, please.
That Jesus is El Gibor.
Opening exchange, clarification of question. The debate begins with a Muslim man asking for evidence that prophets like Abraham, Noah, and Moses taught the worship of the Trinity. This is a critical question, as the concept of the Trinity is central to Christian doctrine but absent in Islamic theology. Shamoun starts by addressing the question through Old Testament references, focusing on the concept of the angel of the Lord being identified as divine. This sets the stage for his argument that the Trinity is implicitly present in the Hebrew Scriptures. The Muslim man repeatedly attempts to steer the conversation back to his main query about explicit evidence of Trinity worship by the prophets, indicating he feels Sam is evading the question. This opening highlights a clash of methodologies. The Muslim man seeks explicit scriptural declarations about the Trinity, whereas Sam employs a theological interpretation to build his case. Genesis 16, the angel of the Lord. Sam references Genesis 16 verses 7 to 14. Where the angel of the Lord speaks to Hagar. He emphasizes that Hagar calls the angel God of seeing, suggesting that the angel is not merely a messenger but a divine figure. He acknowledges the text but points out that Hagar is not Abraham. He insists the focus should remain on the patriarchs explicitly teaching the Trinity. Sam accuses the Muslim man of not listening and pretending to ask genuine questions, leading to a more confrontational tone. Sam's interpretation of the angel of the Lord as divine is a standard argument in Christian apologetics, but the Muslim man's objection is also valid. Hagar's experience does not directly answer the query about Abraham, Noah, or Moses teaching the Trinity. Genesis 31, Jacob and the angel. Sam moves to Genesis 31 verses 10 to 13, where the angel of God speaks to Jacob, claiming, "I am the God of Bethel." This, Sam argues, further demonstrates that the angel is identified as divine. He raises linguistic concerns about the Hebrew text, suggesting that translations might not fully capture the meaning. However, he admits he is not a scholar, which weakens his argument. Sam critiques the Muslim man for invoking linguistic arguments without knowledge of Hebrew. He displays the Hebrew text on screen, showing the angel's declaration of divinity. Sam effectively uses the Hebrew text to bolster his claim, but the Muslim man's emphasis on a lack of explicit Trinity teaching by the patriarchs remains unanswered. The debate shifts from theological concepts to personal credibility, escalating frustration. Throughout the debate, both participants express frustration. The Muslim man insists he is asking genuine questions, while Sam accuses him of being disingenuous. The Muslim man maintains a polite demeanor, but Sam's sharp responses create a tense atmosphere. Sam's confrontational style might resonate with those who appreciate directness, but it risks alienating neutral observers who may view the Muslim man as respectful and sincere. The conversation could have explored deeper theological points if both participants had remained calm and focused. The tension detracts from the debate's substance, making it difficult for viewers to fully engage with the arguments presented. Core issue: evidence for Trinity worship. The Muslim man reiterates his primary question: where do the prophets explicitly teach the Trinity or the worship of three persons as one God? He emphasizes that the prophets consistently taught monotheism. Position: Sam argues that the Trinity is a progressive revelation, with its roots in the Old Testament but fully revealed in the New Testament. He interprets the references to the angel of the Lord as evidence of plurality within God's nature. Muslim man's rebuttal: he maintains that monotheism is the clear and consistent teaching of the prophets, suggesting that Sam's arguments rely on extrapolation rather than explicit evidence. This is the crux of the debate. The Muslim man's demand for explicit evidence aligns with Islamic principles, while Sam's theological framework reflects Christian doctrinal development. Both positions are valid within their respective worldviews. This debate showcases two fundamentally different approaches to Scripture: the Muslim man's emphasis on explicit statements versus Sam Shamoun's theological interpretation. The intense tone and personal attacks detract from the discussion's quality, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. For future debates, focusing on mutual respect and clarifying definitions upfront could lead to a more productive exchange. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. Subscribe for more thought-provoking debates and insightful content.